Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, March 26th. We are looking at Window Traders Market Profile, the SNNQ. Okay, so haven't done an afternoon video in a while, so a couple of things here. Right off the bat, don't forget ES and SPY have poor lows. That's number one. ES goes out with a double distribution day down. NQ goes out with a triple distribution day down. And Righty goes out with a double distribution day down, and they have an afternoon rally high. We all held our gaps from Monday, but ate into them pretty good. I was quite surprised with how much we took back out of them, and I'll tell you why. I'm not surprised we came back into balance, right? You know, to me, and we were talking in the room. I'm like, you know what? It's healthy. I have no problem if we take out yesterday's low and come into balance. But I'll be honest with you, I did not expect the range after. Think about it. We had a $5 range on Monday, under $3 yesterday. Can you honestly say you expected a $9 range in ES and 10 in NQ today? I really didn't. I thought we'd come into balance, which we did. It's still balance. But I thought we'd come into balance. And to be honest with you, I didn't even think we would take Monday's low out, let alone get into the gap as much as we did. Now, once we got into the gap, I fully expected the weekly gap to fill, and it did. But then we got pretty aggressive. And for a while there, it looked like the whole gap can go. But and then that became another interesting point. L&M just fizzled out. K period made new lows and gave L&M, the Three Stooges, an opportunity to go fill the gaps. And they fizzled. So very interesting day. The volume was horrible again. It's only 48 million in SPY. So no volume on this push down. So it's mostly weak longs getting out. I'm sure some shorts joined the party. Definitely disappointing, though, how much they took back. But it doesn't matter how disappointing I think it is or not. This is what matters. How are we going to come out of this balance? We take out today's low, we're down automatically in the daily. Whether we fill the gap or not, the daily would be down. Because today just started the balance, right? We were up until today. So if we take out today's lows, we're down. So you'd be coming out of balance to the downside. Then the next question would be, well, how do we react at the gap fill? If they just bounce off the gap and that's it, then maybe we come back into balance the day after to resume our upward move. However, if we fill the gap and really start finding acceptance below it, well, guess what? Then whatever we fought for so hard for on Monday and Tuesday, it would be out the window. And the 200-day moving average, guess what? Still would be unresolved. It's still unresolved right now in SPY and triple Qs. So interesting, right? Today was an accommodating day. Never easy, but accommodating. Did not do anything but short. I got hurt on one short when there was some kind of spike in B period when I was short looking for A's low that caught me. But I got that all back and more. So first today I got all three of my staple plays. Okay? I shorted A period to get the overnight low. That's one staple play. Then I shorted A period against the 144 and ebb and flow. I lost on the first trade in B when I got caught in whatever reason it pushed up. I took that off for a loss, but got it with a 5 lot when we took out A's low. So got the loss back and more. Then I was shorting C period because we had single prints. Okay? And this is all in NQ. I shorted C period when we filled the single prints. Made money on that one. Then I got the IB low and E period. I was making lunch, had something in the toaster. I came back just as they were near B's low and jumped in on a 2 lot and got paid very nicely. So that was good timing. I thought I might miss that, but I didn't. Now, G period, again, kind of confused me a bit. We took out F's high. I thought, well, maybe we are going to take back the trend day and not do much more damage. But I was quite surprised when it rolled back and then made a new low on the day. So I didn't do anything in G. But then I told the room I had a slight bias in my head because I didn't think we were going to hold trend, and I thought we'd hold the gaps from Monday. So again, I didn't do anything in G, and then H started. I'm like, you know what? I got to put that bias aside and trade what's in front of me. And I did. And I did very well. I made 4 shorts at H on ebb and flow trades. I shorted I shorted J, and I shorted L. And had, just an overall very good day all around. If it wasn't for that one, whatever reason it spiked in B period, I would have had, an undefeated day. And the reason for that is the market was accommodating. The shorts controlled the intraday all day. And, it's funny because before we broke down, the shorts were still in control, right? We had the IB low, the overnight low, the opening, indices, value. So I was telling the room, look, the intraday is being controlled by the bears. But I said at that point, the bigger picture, I think the bulls are still okay. And then things changed when we went down in E and G. Now I still think, right, the weekly's still up, but the daily is now firmly balanced. We're going to have to see how we come out of this balance. Okay? That's going to be the real important thing to see. So let's go to, we had nice excess, by the way, today, right? Excess ends one auction, begins another. Look what happened in NQ before I get to the chart. Look at that. We front ran the overnight high. Now, at that point, you would have thought they would have gotten it because they opened away from it. But they didn't. And then we went down and left excess and ended that auction and started the downward auction. So, it's a very visual tool, this market profile. It truly, truly is. And then just quickly, just going to show you the daily. It's a 3-day balance. Now we closed at 568.59. The 200's at 574.11. So $5.50 below it. Again, one day doesn't make a market. It's still up for grabs. That's why now, right? Remember when I said when we come out of this balance, you want acceptance above it? Well, was yesterday acceptance? No, because 1 or 2 days doesn't make a market. And then what happened today certainly means it's not acceptance. So it's still up for grabs. Who's going to wrestle control? If we totally roll over again, I still think there's a worry that long-term money can say, okay, they failed again, right? Here and here, let's sell it. But if we come out of this balance to the upside and now put in a low and maybe even hold this gap, maybe long-term money will come in that way. Again, it's still up. And the same with triple Qs. That Qs never got over theirs. They got close to it yesterday. So they haven't even gotten over theirs yet. And we know Righty is still way below theirs. IWM is below theirs by still $13. So they're not even near theirs yet. So anyway, I think there's still a lot up for grabs in this market. We'll see how we come out of this balance. I think it's going to be very important to possibly tell us our directional move. Do we go test the lows again for the year? Or do we come out and start going towards the highs? We'll be finding out as time goes by. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Rest up, enjoy your evening, and we will speak prior to the opening tomorrow.